one to turn on, the other's got to turn off. We want to use hip extenders to turn off hip flexors. So when it comes to hip flexor length, of course, doing hip flexor exercises, quad hip flexor stretch, with the foot up on the bench, with the foot on the floor, and then squeezing the glute and press the hips forward is good. Getting up to the top of a deadlift, getting up to the top of a squat, pushing all the way through the ground when you're sprinting, when you're doing your wall drills, because you're activating, or the goal is to activate those hip extensors as completely as possible, could be just as effective a hip flexor mobility exercise, just for the very fact that you're working with that specific sort of relationship, right? Again, involving the nervous system to be able to do the things that you want the body to be able to do, because again, nothing happens in the body without that dude's input first. So, looking at getting some functional range of motion or functional flexibility or mobility or whatever it is into your hip flexors, starting down in that full kneel position, okay, and then coming all the way up to the top. Not necessarily squeezing your glutes, but thinking about getting the back side of your head, your crown, as tall as possible. Okay, again there, not thinking just like with Olympic lifts, we see it all the time where guys really hit the bar, right? They really throw the bar forward, and two things happen, right? The bar gets way out in front of them, they got to run to go catch it, so they jump forward when they catch. But then also, they don't actually get into full hip extension. Whereas, if I tell somebody to push into the ground, right, and think about it more like a jump, they're going to push more effectively down, get into that complete hip extension position, right, and keep the bar closer to them so it makes it a little bit safer. Specific example there with regards to Olympic lifts.